Hello everybody, it's going to be a quick video lesson because the market isn't doing much but melting straight up in that low volume V-shaped manner. Today the New York Stock Exchange was up 0.38%, the S&P 500 was up 0.09%, the Russell 2000 was up leading the way 1.13%, and you'd think that's a good thing, but considering the way that we've done this off the February lows, this entire bounce attempt has not been healthy at all. It's too V-shaped. It's just too much. It's ridiculous. And another hint that maybe we're way too overbought is that we got green bop in the Russell 2000, and historically every time I get green bop on the Russell 2000, we don't have much upside left. And with the 200-day moving average right above, it wouldn't surprise me if this time is any different either. The Nasdaq was actually down today 0.19%. The Nasdaq 100 was down 0.59%, leading the way down. Another indication that maybe on the short term we've come a little too far too fast. Another intraday reversal off the highs, but overall not any real serious damage out there. Only had one full sell signal on an end-of-day basis. OME is closing below its 50-day moving average on above average volume. 2146, I don't know if that's below this level right here. 2134, so that would have probably been my final sell stop on an end-of-day closing basis, but is closing below the 50-day moving average and the low a day of the signal date on above average volume, so it doesn't matter about that low in the base. I was completely knocked out, I believe, at 2144 intraday, so I'm basically out where the current price is, but OME was the only full sell. And overall, there just wasn't that much interesting on the long side. I want to set up buy stops very soon in FSLR. I'm not quite ready yet. Hopefully its next up session will not be a breakout to new highs and running 10-15% or whatever in one day like this market insanely likes to do. But hopefully it'll just be an up session to let me know that, hey, it's probably ready to go. And if that's the case, buy stops will be set up above 73, 71. But for right now, that is not happening. The 20-day moving average is not touching the price, and until that happens, without an up day, I have no interest in setting one up. Cray is starting to pull back, even though it was up today 0.14%. You can see the intraday reversal off the highs. BOP is still strong, but I would like to see this one pull back to the 50-day moving average, and as you can see, the 20-day moving average would probably coincide. It would come up first in the 50-day moving average, but basically that's what I'm looking for here is the 50-day moving average. XRS has begun to already pull back. It has actually made it to its 20-day moving average intraday today, but on a 50-day moving average, I would like to see this thing touch, bounce, pocket pivot point signal, whatever. But the main point is that this is stock that I like a lot. It's been pulling back on lower volume, so it's on high quality watch, but still no buy stops are being set up yet. EBIX is another perfect speculator quality name. Way too early, as you can see, 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average not there yet. Hopefully, though, this can continue to handle if the market decides to pull back. And MFRI is one of my favorite ones, but unfortunately, BOP is going in the wrong direction. It's following from the max green BOP levels about 4 or 5 days ago, been trending down ever since. And a few more days like this, it'll be below the green level, and that's just, it's not going to make the base as lucrative to me, potentially lucrative to me as it was, because this is a mover, but I would have liked to have seen the internal technical condition remain strong. That it has not. So right now, the only stock that I really want to do anything with is FONR. FONR is producing a pocket pivot point signal today on strong volume. The close at 1687 though still keeps it below its high day of this move the past week of 1735. So what I want to see is the stock move above 1735. Then my buy stop order will be triggered. Canceling quality name. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, since it's a buy stop and since as soon as it triggers it should continue to move, we'll go ahead and do 2% of the account capital in it. Sorry folks, it still isn't a 5% of your account capital per stock, 10% of your account capital per stock, 20% of your account capital per stock kind of market. Things are still wackadoo, and as long as things remain wackadoo, a term so eloquently quoted by Danny DeVito, Frank Reynolds, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. As long as that stays the case, you can be sure I have no interest in pushing size, remaining cash heavy. We remain very cash heavy, about 15 to 16, 17% long depending on the account. The rest of it's cash. Still have a short position in Netflix, but that is it. Netflix failed its 50-day moving average today, so even that's moving in the right direction. So besides FONR and FSLR being the two top stocks, I flagged today CB&J, but I believe it's been taken out by OCFC, so it's moving relative to that, so ignore that. EXLS is a CanSlim quality stock, also in price volume BOP scan. Too bad, once again, that move is just coming, it's not tight enough. The 20-day moving average is still not touching price. So this breakout on above average volume with a surge in BOP is of no interest to me because it's just too extended, too risky, and risky trades are not my ideal setup. Unfortunately, I can't remember the stock that I wanted to show that actually had a little bit of a reversal. Oh, BSFT. As you can see, BSFT was sitting up here trying to base out, but boom, you can see on Friday, big down day, 6%. So that's what these kind of stocks are suspect to in this kind of market. I also flagged BIB. Biotechs might be wanting to move, but IBB doesn't confirm. XBI doesn't confirm, really. So, you want to see pocket pivot point signals across the board when it comes to that. Also, PAR, very interesting CanSlim setup. Once again, it's getting there. The 20-day moving average, though, not touching. Neither is the 50, so I have no interest. And then also STV off the low, but I'm not really interested in that. There is only one new position I want to take today, but it's not really even a position I really care to even tell anybody about, but what the hell, might as well. It's a beautiful looking stock by BIOD, Biodel Incorporated. It's a drug stock. Has some strong accumulation off the February lows, had some strong accumulation going into its most recent lows where it tested the November lows. Based out in January and February on below average volume, started to tick up again on above average volume. We have it here. No pocket pivot point signal today, but you know what? A breakout above these recent highs, or at these recent highs, basically at 36, because 36 was the old high back there and the old high on the 26. But it looks good, closing at the high of the day. Very nice price bar, very nice volume bar. Still has MaxStream BOP. Might as well poke a little bit, but because it's so cheap, means I get too many shares. I'm only going to make this 0.5%, but below, because no matter what it is, I want it to be an even amount of shares. It looks like it's going to be 5,000 shares, right around there. I don't want to put it to like 6,000 because I think that'll put me over the amount of money that I want to invest in a stock like this, but I think I'll go for 5,000 shares at BIOD, which should put me under 0.5%. Just because this isn't a pocket pivot point signal, there's no huge volume on this move, so overall it's a riskier trade. Shouldn't be taken by new traders, and this is just simply to keep me from dying of boredom. And then the main plays tomorrow, intraday, watch LINE for a major reversal. Hopefully early morning it runs, then fades. EPE is the other one I'll be watching. SDRL is the other one I'm watching. EXXI will be the other one. And GLF, my favorite one still, though, is SDRL. And then EPE would be my second favorite one.